Hey, this is LaGuardia Acting Studio, and today I want to talk a little about what an actor can do when they're not in the moment, when they're not feeling what they're supposed to be feeling in a scene, for whatever that scene requires, whether it's crying and sadness, or anger, or feeling joy, or love, whatever is needed of the actor. So, if you think that great actors, or actors in general, always feel what they're supposed to feel, you're wrong. Nobody feels it all of the time. Even the best of the best have talked about, well, kind of having to fake it. And what I mean by that is a good experienced talented actor slash actress, they should feel the real true emotions of whatever the character has to be feeling in any scene, okay? For film, TV, theater. But what happens if you don't feel it? Well, what I've heard is you hopefully are good enough that in those moments when there's just nothing happening, you can fake it. And faking it is something that I adamantly tell my students never to do. You don't fake cry, you don't fake anything. But sometimes you just aren't feeling it. And in those moments, if you're good enough, you have to fake it. You don't overact it or anything like that, but you have to fake it in order to get the job done. But that's the last resort. So let's talk about what you're supposed to be doing. Well, in some scenes, the scene itself hits home. Oh, I've gone through this, or I know what they're feeling. And you just bring your own truth to that moment. But very often, there's going to be scenes where you don't relate to it at all. It doesn't hit home. And in those moments, the best thing to try to do is to personalize things. Okay? Make it so that the circumstances or the characters going through affect you personally. Or I'll give you an example. So, if in a scene you're talking to your mother and she's very sick on her deathbed. Now, the lady playing your mother, maybe you didn't meet her until right then and there. Like right until you get on set. And that's very common. You get on set and you're like, oh, hi, this is the person playing your mother, and she's lying in the bed. Now you've got to be traumatized and devastated that she's sick. You don't even know this woman. So, or maybe you did know her and you saw her at the craft service table and she was a bitch, or she was just mean and you didn't like her, and you still have to have those feelings for her. Well, the first thing to do is to try to personalize it. Okay? The easiest way would be like, okay, if your mother, God forbid, was sick, and you try to connect that, or you use the magic if, and you say, well, what if my mom was really sick, or my dad, or so, you know what I mean? Um, and then you try to personalize it. Don't try to act it. Try to imagine if somebody, if your mother was sick, how would you feel? Now, let's say you grew up without a mother, or whatever the circumstance is, or it's your sister who's dying and you're really upset, and you grew up without a sister. Well, you can't really rationalize that for the specifics of the scene. But what I like to teach my actors is it's never about the specifics of the scene. It's about the core of the issue. So I'm here and my sister is lying there and she's dying and I'm upset because I love my sister so much. Now, I don't have a sister. So how do I relate to that? I could say, what if I had a sister? And that could help, but never having had a sister, even the what if doesn't connect me. So We remove the statistics of brother, sister, and we get to the core of it. I'm not sad because my sister is dying. I'm sad because someone I love and care about is dying. I can relate to that. Doesn't have to be a sister. So you draw upon the moments in your life when somebody you cared about was dying or was sick or you thought may die. That's one option. Because once I do that, now I've personalized it. Now I'm remembering not the person specifically, but the pain and fear of loss, the ache and the grieving of losing somebody you care about. That's universal. That everyone can relate to. Do you understand? What if I was fortunate? What if I'm a young actor and I've never lost anyone? Then you use the if again. But you use it in a way where it's strong. What if somebody I truly care about, and then you've got to truly imagine the person you care about was sick, was hurt? Because those are universal things. You know, if you're in a scene with somebody and you have to tell them how much you love them, but you've been on set with them for a few days and you hate them, or they're just they have you have no feeling towards them. Okay, well, you're not supposed to have feeling towards them. You're an actor. Okay, so here you are on set and you're telling them how much you love them and how amazing they are and how you want to spend the rest of your life with them. You could act it. And I guess if you had a lot of stuff going on in your life and you didn't like this person and you didn't feel like getting all emotional, you could just act it out and just tell them how much I love you and how much you mean to me. But it's a little fake. And in fakeness, it's hollow. And people can see through that. And if somebody can see through it, I'm not going to believe the character. And if I don't believe the character, I'm not going to believe the movie or the TV show. Do you understand? So you just imagine somebody you do love, or somebody you do care about. Or what if somebody you haven't even met yet, but somebody you wish was in your life, somebody you have a crush on, somebody you can summon up those true feelings. You may not relate to a scene. A scene could be written badly. A scene could the moments in the scene, the characters, it might not do anything for you. But your job is to bring truth and honesty to everything you do. And that's what actors do. You're creating life out of things that are fake. You're creating truth out of what is fake. So what you do is you have to work at it. I don't care how talented you are. Acting's hard work. You got to put in the effort and you got to dig a little bit and you have to say to yourself, okay, this is what the character's feeling. What can I summon inside of me to bring those feelings to life? Because let me tell you something. When an actor just says a line and when an actor feels a line, it's two different worlds. It's two different worlds. And to put it in a more basic way, here's the audition. It's the final callback. It is for the movie you really want to be in, the TV show, the Broadway play. It's between you and someone else. And you're not feeling it, but you're acting it. And the person up against you, they're feeling it. They're really feeling it. Why are they going to pick you? Why are they going to pick you? Don't rely on that. But didn't I start this video by saying sometimes actors go through the motions? Yes. Ideally not in an audition setting. But like, let's say you're doing a very dramatic scene. And you've done the scene like 12 times. And you're drained. And now they're cutting and they're changing the lights. And here we need it again. At that point, you may just not have it. That's when it's okay to fake it. Or if you're doing a Broadway show 6, 7, 8 times a week, and for that one matinee performance, you are just exhausted and you're just drained and you don't have the energy and the wherewithal to dig deep, even though those people are paying like, $300-$400 a ticket, and you should dig deep. But in those moments, it is okay to rely on your talent, to be as honest and believable as possible. But in truth, your job is to bring truth, bring honesty to whatever the character's feeling. So you are required, because that is in your job description, you are required to bring these characters to life. And to bring true life to a character, you got to make them honest. And the best way to do that is to bring out your own true emotions and feelings. And that's why you have to personalize things in order to react the way that you would really react. Sometimes an actor does a scene where they're pissed off, and I say, "Is that what you would do in real life?" And they go, "No, if it was me, I'd be really angry." So why weren't you really angry? Because that's truthful. You always want to be truthful, right?